Would you all please stand for the pledge of allegiance?
To the ground, we may salute the flag.
Mr. Miller, would you lead us?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I would now ask for a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor of such a motion, please signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The minutes are approved. Next, call for public. Does anybody sign up? Okay, not going to call for public. Next, the AADGB representative report. Mr. Miller had to be out of state, so as an alternate, I went instead, so I will read my minutes that I took. The AADGB meeting in Tempe was called to order by the Chair Jane and co-chiefs at 10 a.m. on Thursday, August 24th. 8 colleges were represented. Pima and Eastern were not. The agenda, minutes, and treasurer's report were approved. The association has $49,000 plus in its account. Motion was made and passed that the treasurer, Maria from Arizona Western, be issued an ATM card. All colleges are current dues except Maricopa and Dana, their rep, is sure that the check is in the mail. A letter of incorporation for AADGB has evidently been prepared. Nobody seemed to know where it is or where, and the chair said that she would follow up to see if it's been completed, filed, approved, or lost. The AADGB part of the June joint meeting with AC4 was canceled, so nobody had any information regarding the results of that gathering. We were advised to inquire our college presidents if Proposition 301 regarding the sales tax, which is beneficial to community colleges and is scheduled under the Sunset Law to expire in 2021, was discussed for possible extension beyond that date. Also, advocacy and support for JTEC, Joint Technical Education District, and CTE, Career Tech Ed, would be discussed. I would request that Dr. Elliott provide us with information regarding those concerns during her report today or next meeting on CTE or JTEC. I will give you this account. An interesting tidbit for our college, Maria stated that her grandchild, a junior high school student, is taking courses for credit at Arizona Western at a cost of $25 per hour. That's kind of unheard of. Might check into that. Past Chair Lloyd from Coconino advised that Kristen Bellini has offered to write up an advocacy plan for AADGB. We need to ascertain local positions regarding Prop 301, JTEC, and CTE. That will be forthcoming, I think, with information which Dr. Elliott will share regarding the June AC4 meeting. During this conversation, I learned that Kristen is the executive director for AC4, plus continuing in her position as paid lobbyist for a number of private and public entities, including some community colleges. Kristen is brilliant and talented, but my question regarding conflict of interest was just met with a number of eye rolls. Just wondering. The GISS, Governance Institute for Student Success, and GLI, Government Leadership Institute, will be held at the Rio Salado College campus on November 29th and 30th and December 1st. I've attended 2 GISS sessions and felt they were a huge waste of time. I was definitely a minority of one with that opinion, though I did not express my views at the meeting, because all other attendees sang the praises of the positive outcomes derived from the teaching of the Institute. They felt it was particularly beneficial for faculty members and that it helped greatly in student retention. That's a service that we might find useful. The history of funding and cost per college were discussed. The institute cost is $30,000. Maricopa and Pima will pay $10,000 each, and every rural college will pay between $1,200 and $1,500. There is no limit to how many may attend, and anyone, board members, administration, faculty, and staff, is welcome. Hotel rooms and/or transportation will be the only additional costs for attendees. The AADGB website needs to be updated. It is ugly and obsolete. Discussion ensued about whether it is actually of any use, lots of pros and cons. Chair James stated that we need to make it current or get rid of it. Past Chair Lloyd volunteered to look into upgrading. Members were asked to provide information that would go for any member regarding what they would like included on the website. So if any of you people here have anything you'd like, just tell Mr. Miller what you would like to be on the website. Lloyd talked about possible changes to the bylaws. He spoke especially regarding the need for a name change, which would more readily identify the association as a community college organization. Also, the exact number regarding what constitutes a quorum needs to be listed. According to Jane, a nonprofit organization not subject to open meeting law can choose any number, even one, and call it a quorum as long as it's listed in the bylaws. A schedule was established. The group decided that AADGB should meet concurrently with the AC4 at the same locations with different meeting rooms. Then board members and college presidents would get together for lunch and discussion at their respective meetings. Dates for the planned AADG meeting schedule are January 25th, 2018, March 29th, 2018, June 28th, 2018, and sometime in August, and possibly in November, just before the GISS conference. The meeting was adjourned. Next on the agenda is the Pinal County Governmental Alliance Report. Has there been any activity?
Madam Chair, I said last time that that committee is not meeting. It's been 8 months now, and I really think that that item should be deleted from the agenda.
Okay, if they resume their membership or their activities, I guess they would probably let you know. You can let us know.
They never even sent me an acknowledgement that I was on the committee.
They used to be very active. So maybe I don't understand it. But anyway, we might check into seeing what is going on with them, if anything. But thank you very much. Next, the report from our president, Dr. Elliott.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. I'm glad to have you here at our lovely Maricopa campus this afternoon. I have a few updates for the district, and then, Madam President, I'll give you some updates on the items that you mentioned this afternoon. First, it's important. It's an exciting day for Central Arizona College because we have recently notified that we've been awarded for the first time a TRIO Upper Bound grant. This grant will serve 60 students from Casa Grande Union, Coolidge, and Vista Grande high schools. The purpose of this type of program is to introduce first-generation low-income students to college and help them matriculate from high school to college. CAC's Upper Bound grant is funded for a 5-year period in the amount of almost $1.4 million. This was a highly competitive grant, and being selected is truly noteworthy. And I'm just going to also say is that I'm a product of an Upper Bound grant. That's the reason I went to college. So, the second thing I'd like to update you on is the new CAC website launched on September 8th. We've had a few hiccups here and there, but it is beautiful and much improved. So if you haven't checked out the new website yet, please do. Additionally, the college has been selected to participate in the American Association of Community Colleges Pathways 2.0 program. This also was a competitive process, and this program is designed for leader colleges interested in adopting the guided pathways models, or the meta majors, as many of you may know that, for academic redesign. Full-time student equivalent, unfortunately for us, is down by 2% from this time last year, but one thing to note of interest is Maricopa saw both an increase in headcount and FTE, as did SPC. And Maricopa, even though they experienced a decrease in headcount, they had an increase in full-time student equivalents. So students are taking more classes and more hours. So those are very positive things to note. And the second thing is, or the last thing I want to mention is Central Arizona College recognized our first graduating class of community health workers during a ceremony at SMC on August 12th. 5 students received this certification, and we are serving as the pilot program for the entire state. We're the only one that has this program right now. So I would say it's been pretty successful. On the 3 areas, Madam President, and help me, correct me if I'm wrong, the CTE discussion has to do with restoring funding to community colleges for career and technical education. Obviously, that funding has declined over the years. The second part of that is the JTED conversation. There is concern about JTEDs, which are the high school serving adult students, providing career and technical education to adult students, which is really community college's role. So you can imagine there was a lot of discussion about that. No decisions made on either one, other than a formal request has been put forward to the legislation to restore career and technical education funding for community colleges. And then the Prop 301, we did not have any discussions about that, and perhaps that's happening at our next meeting. So, did I cover all 3? I think so. You have 2 correspondences in your Dropbox. Both are from Sun Construction, obviously praising and highlighting the new partnership we have with them that has taken a program that had maybe 4 students in it to 105, and they have been extremely thrilled with what we've been doing. And we don't have any association reports, so I will entertain any questions you might have as I ran through those kind of quickly.
Any questions of Dr. Elliott? Here's that.
Thank you.
Next, Mr. Watson, the business affairs report, please.
Thank you. Thank you and good afternoon. Another month, another trouble with the mic. I threw it down the ground. Lights on, but nobody's home. All right, I just speak loud. Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon.
Madam Chair, governing board members, Madam President, Madam Secretary, colleagues, guests, and any students that may be present, good afternoon. 2 things on our agenda for this afternoon from Business Affairs, the monthly budget report, and also the review of the college bids. In terms of the monthly budget reports, you'll see that you have both the months of July and the month of August for our new fiscal year. For the month of August 2017, shows the district's general fund expenditures and committed funds are 72.46% of the total budget. This is a slight increase of 2.58% from August of 16, which was at 69.88%. And you also have your July information as well, as I mentioned. So at this point, no issues to point out. It's 2 months completed in the new fiscal year. Second item are the awarded purchases over $20,000. There's a number of them I'll go through. First one is 2018 Ford Transit 12-passenger van from Sanderson Ford out of Glendale, Arizona, in the amount of $32,234.93. That's to purchase a new vehicle for our motor pool fleet for the district. Next item is security personnel for the Maricopa campus. the Superstition Mountain Campus, and the Santan Campus. This is G4S Secure Solutions out of Jupiter, Florida, $189,116.84. And that is to purchase security services when we do not have the college personnel on campus, and that is for the entire fiscal year 18. Next one is Netrix for Windows File Server, Netrix Corp. in Powell, Ohio, $28,670.84. And that is to purchase the licenses and the maintenance fees for the district for this Windows File Server. Implementation fees for the new ERP, Campus Management Corp., Boca Raton, Florida, $671,805. That is to purchase the implementation fees for our new Campus Nexus ERP system. Construction for Union and Science Buildings, DPR Construction, Phoenix, Arizona, $9,968,178. That is an update on construction services for the Signal Peak campus for both the Union and Science buildings. Exterior painting for the dorms, Building A, the Paint Kings Incorporated, Tucson, Arizona, $47,000. And that was to paint the exterior of our A building on Signal Peak campus dorms. Shades for horse stalls, Cutter Steel and Contracting, Marana, Arizona, $39,975. That was to install the shades in the rodeo arena. Software maintenance for Polycom Equipment, Solutionix Video Conferencing, Los Angeles, California, $83,120.40. That was to purchase software maintenance renewal for the district. Dell XPS 15 computers, CCP Technology Inc., Racine, Wisconsin, $36,678.13. That is to purchase replacement computers for the district. Hosting deployment for the new ERP, Campus Management Corp., Boca Raton, Florida, $146,652. That is to purchase the hosting for a Campus Nexus ERP system. Then we have our liability insurance. This is the annual payment that is made to Arizona School Risk Retention Trust, Phoenix, Arizona, $314,218. The next one is our athletic sports insurance. This is the yearly payment for fiscal year 18 for athletic insurance. Ascension Benefits and Incorporated out of Salt Lake City, Utah, $77,105. Xerox C70 production printer, Arizona Office Technology, Phoenix, Arizona. That is $26,047.16, and that was to purchase the production printer that is used at the Copy Center at the Signal Peak campus. Amatral Electric Motor Training Systems, Flying Educational Systems out of Sacramento, California, $30,183.27, and that is to purchase training systems with the funds that came out of the TACIC grant. Blackboard Software Maintenance, Blackboard Inc., Washington, D.C., $180,049. That is the annual license and support for fiscal year 18. Banner Software License Fees, Lucian Company, Chicago, Illinois, $34,238.32. That is to renew the annual license and support for fiscal year 18. And Banner DBA Support Services, Campus EAI, Cleveland, Ohio, $67,600 to purchase our DBA services for the district. With that, I'll be happy to answer any questions on any of these purchases. If not, thank you.
Okay, our next report, Jenny Cardenas with Student Services.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jenny Cardenas, as you indicated. President Christensen, Governing Board, Dr. Elliott, faculty, staff, students, and guests. We're really grateful to be here today. Not only will I be helping to introduce this group, but we also have our Chief Information Officer, Dr. Candace Ross, who will be introducing her team as well. And we're really excited to be able to share with you, it's been a long time coming that we've been talking about our student information system, and we are ready to go live very shortly. So we wanted to give an update on what has been happening with the new student information system and training components and all of those different pieces. So I'd like to introduce Veronica Duran, who is our interim Dean of Student Enrollment. And she's been the key person on the student services side who has really been working to implement this. She's going to present today, and then Dr. Ross will introduce her team.
And so I would like to introduce Cameron Sanders, who's the Director of Applications. He's also been the project manager internally for the district.